Good afternoon. Okay, now today it's another new day. I'm going to just touch on something about the methods of assessment. Methods of assessment. The purpose why we should assess our learners, and then the tools of assessment. Now, why do we need to assess our learners? To keep records for the holistic development of a learner. We need to keep these records because at the end of either the learning period, like if it is every after term or after learning period of yearly, we need to give a report about how this learner has been doing in classwork and even outside the classroom. Now, we have the methods of assessment, whereby these are the strategies you lay how you can collect the data or information on the achievement of the learner. So we have method 1, we use the project method. And the project method is when now it is done either in starting from the care class or the care grade 3. We also have projects in grade 4. We have projects in grade 5 and even 6. So it is a series of activities that is given to a learner to do for a specified period of time. There are different types of projects. We have projects, in fact, in almost all the learning areas. We can have it in science and technology. We can have it in PE. We can have it in home science and others. And number 2, another method of assessment, we have the profiling. This now, the information or the data you capture per learner from the portfolios or from the learner's profile book. We need all to also have this information given to the stakeholders. How has the learner been performing even in the portfolio? So when you put together all that achievement, you make something that is now a profile of the learner. Then another, whereby in this profiling, we have the name of the child. We also have the name of the school. We have the school, the name of the learner. And then we have the date, assessor's details or assessor's name. So when we say of the profiling, it means you are going to assess the learners holistic in terms of core competences. So if I may go through, which are these core competences? The first one, we have the communication and collaboration. Yes, and collaboration. Then self-efficacy, mtoto kujiamini. And then we also have, yes, critical thinking and problem solving. And many, there are 7. We must mention today so that when you get out. So therefore, all those, the core competences is what you should assess every learner when it comes to profiling. You give the achievement of learner per the competence. So the class managers, you have work to do, especially in our areas of assessment. You will find that we only have the mark books whereby we enter the marks. So you also need such assessment book or area whereby you are giving the achievement per competence. Then another thing about we also have anecdotal records whereby we give the daily interaction, behavioral also about our learners. We have journaling, a report of personal feelings. This is now between the learner and the teacher, whereby the learner can express him or herself, how he feels or how he wants or what. It is free. A learner can give out information about herself, and the teacher also can give information about the same learner. We have the written continuous assessments. We also have homework assessment. It's a method of assessment. And then we have performance-based assessment about skills of learners. Then the assessment tools, what do you use to assess the learners? And that's where it will lead us also to my next topic. What do we need to use to assess the learners? The methods, we say that the strategies you lay to collect data. And then the tools are now the instrument we use to collect data. We have number one, for example, you are having a PE lesson outside. What tool will you use to assess the learner? Observation. You have to observe if the learner has done the right skill in the right way. We have also the checklist, whereby you can give the learner was able to work out LCM correctly, or the learner is able to work out LCM where from this number to this number. The learner is not able. That's our check, another way of assessing the learner, another tool. We have oral assessment, rating skills, and then the assessment rubrics. So assessment rubrics is a score. And you know very well, under CBA, we have assessment rubrics from number 4 to number 1, whereby this one is exceeding expectation, meeting expectation, approaching, and then below. And in exceeding expectation, ensure that the learner has got 100% of the score. Not near 100%, it should be 100%. So below that, you can now start ranging from meeting expectation. Now, I am through with the first hand of my presentation.